Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pocket Change. So, Joel, how was your week? We're going to do this, then the song.
Oh,
A little banter.
sorry,
To get them
folks.
in.
He had me all twisted sideways there with how we were going to do this with the song.
Yeah.
I really think that should be done in editing, but I don't.
It doesn't really work.
Anyway, folks, my week was great. Hope yours was. Thank you for tuning in with us here. We have another exciting show for you.
All right. Hey, welcome to the show.
Pocket change, where the stories are weird and the profits are strange. We win some, lose some, it's all fair play. Come ride a pocket change. Go ride a pocket change. Pocket change.
Saying we're out of pocket change, or I don't know quite the words she's saying there. We might have to get a lyric transcript on that.
Maybe we can transcribe. I'm sure we'll transcribe it.
Anyway, sounds
You got to have some pocket
Sounds
change. It's a good song. She's hippie and dippy and zippy. I like it.
hippy dippy zippy. Alright. Anyway, so we're past the new year.
Yes. Yeah, it's all gone behind us.
All gone
Week
behind
2.
us. All the celebrations, all the fireworks. Although there wasn't that many fireworks where I was at. And so we're past that, and we're headed into January, which, folks, is supposed to be a terrible month. Let's face it. They say months that begin with J are terrible on eBay. So far,
that's what they
this
say.
one is shaping up to be that. But then, I've always had a good June and a good July.
Yeah.
I've never had a terrible June. I've had not so good June, but it wasn't terrible. And I've never had a bad July. I've always had a pretty good July. But January for me, yes. I went back and looked at my reports, and it does look like the 2 Januaries I could pull up, I have sold 3 and 4 items. So far, I'm on track to not even sell that. I don't know, but my listings, I am getting those to go up. So, you know, if you fuss too much, you fuss about selling because I can't get my listings because I'm selling so much. And then you fuss about my listings are going up because I'm not selling anything. You win some, you lose some. It's our song.
Pocket change.
But
Yeah.
January, I don't know. The listings are going up, keeping it positive. On track to sell nothing so far because I've sold nothing so far.
Yes, I haven't sold much. I've been on vacation mode, so I can't complain. I think right now I have 3 that I need to ship since Sunday, which is yesterday.
And how many do you have up now?
Active items. Hold on.
'Cause I'm
3,589
so you 3,000. How many? 500
and 89.
and 89, and he's got 3 out. And he needs to ship. I have just under 200. I'm not quite hit over that 200 mark yet. Just under 200, and I have not sold a single thing yet. So I will tell you, folks, if you want to guarantee yourself sales, 2 things do it: listing and a lot of items. But I don't have a lot of items, so again, even if I hit my 10% rule, you're looking at what? Oh, that would be 19 items, so that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the 90s, but I don't think I'm going to hit that. I really don't for January. I've never hit that. First January was like 3, 4. This is like my 3rd January or something because I started in 2023. So this is like my 3rd January. I don't know. February is usually a good month, though, so looking forward to February.
There you go. That's a good thing to look forward
Won't have
to.
as much
2,150 of them are comic books I listed. So,
Wow. So we're waiting to see some other substance from Ben's.
Yeah.
Folks,
I
I
did
did
some
turn my camera tonight. If you're looking, if you're like, what's the different angle? The light is on. Was just taking pictures before Ben's prompted me to come over here and say, hey, look. So you can see some stuff I've got laid out on the table here to take pictures of. And then, of course, my trusty, dusty, let me get right there, lint roller.
Yeah.
You always need a lint roller. You always need a lint roller. Especially if you're working with AI.
Yes.
Because
It finds all the flaws, man.
it dinged me this week, too. I was uploading some pictures, so you guys need to hear this. I was uploading some pictures, and it's like pilings and dust. And I was like, what? You're downgrading my condition because of that. So I went. I took care of the little pilings, as it called, which is the little pills. Took care of the little pills, and I took care of the dust. And then I retook the picture, and it did not say that.
Yeah.
But it will find every little thing. So you definitely need to keep your trusty, dusty lint buster with you at all times. Make sure, if you're doing AI, that you are doing that. Which, by the way, I'm loving our new AI platform that we chose, ListAgent.pro. Not had a chance to use the little, what's the other one? Skinny Cat, Zippy Cat, Tree Cat.
Tree Cat. That's a cross lister. So
I've not had an opportunity to use Tree Cat yet. We're still waiting on Ben's to hop on that one again. But we do have a affiliate with them now. We'll be putting that. Hopefully Ben's is putting that in the thing.
I will. I forgot last week, but I'll remember.
If you are looking for a cross lister, it's a very good one.
Yep.
From what Ben's has said, I haven't used it. He's going to get more familiar with it. But and we may end up going out there and looking at some cross listers just to see. But right now, Tree Cat is loving on us, so we're going to love on Tree Cat. We love you back, guys. So make sure that if you've got more than one, and I would highly recommend it, especially as I was thinking about it the other day. And I know I'm spinning here. But I was thinking, since my sales are low, maybe, just maybe, I should have gone ahead and opened an account at Poshmark and Macari, or several of them, and that way I could be selling on multiple platforms. That might have helped my sales. Here's the kicker. List Agent Pro has a new feature that they told me, hey, this item that you're listing here, because I've been listing a lot of clothes, would sell better on Poshmark. And I went, gosh darn it, I wish I already had my Tree Cat set up and a Poshmark account, but I don't. So we're going to be working on that. That's one of the goals this year. But that's what I love about our new AI. It will catch everything. But my gosh, I have been listing so much more, and it is so awesome. It is just, you take the pictures and you let it do the work. It's great. It is great.
I'm definitely digging it.
If you haven't gone back and checked out our AI videos, you need to pick the one that you want that works for you and be using AI. You really do. Sorry. If you're going to be an eBay reseller, that's our newest tool to add to the thing, Benz. We need to redo our tool list.
Yep.
And then tell them AI. Because I love it.
I agree.
It's folks, I know I'm talking a lot, but you got to understand, I love AI now as much as I love my thermal printer. And you know what I said about my thermal printer? I should have bought one sooner. I wish I could have got AI sooner. It's awesome. But don't take my word for it. Go watch the videos. Pick one. Try them all. But anyway,
all right.
I haven't learned anything. Have I learned anything on List Agent Pro this week? That it does. You better keep your trusty
keep your zipper up, man. It's not that kind of AI.
Your trusty dusty lint buster handy. Yes, definitely keep the zipper.
Odd little fella.
I'm the one usually saying family show, and I'm turning red here.
I know. Yeah, I'm the dirty one. Come on.
What's that called? A Freudian slip?
A Freudian slip, yeah. He's so excited about AI. He's talking about a zipper, people. That's crazy.
Anyway, take it away.
All right, yes, I've been listing like crazy. I did the year for the AI lister, and I get 120,000 listings, and I'm down to 117,200. So I've listed 2,800 things through that AI lister in a month. And honestly, it's been like 7 days in a month because I'm very limited on what I can do here because I'm still in Savannah, still on vacation.
So he's been averaging now. Listen, folks, he did that 700. He did that 2,800 in 7 days. But what he's really been averaging, if you figure it across a month. Let's say we figured it across a month. He's been averaging like 100 a day.
Yeah, it'd be easy to do. And
he's actually been doing like 4.
After I did one day, I was going to try to do 1,000 comics in a day. I took all the pictures. I was all ready to go. It was New Year's Day because I was here by myself. After 400, it just quit working. Not the lister. But I think eBay, after I listed 400, it just slowed me down.
eBay
then
was
it wouldn't just let me push it through. So I think eBay has a max of 400 a day. I don't know. That's what I've run into.
He might have hit his listing max. eBay was like, well, hey, dude, you're cool
Hold
your
up,
jets. Our 286.
Yeah, can't keep up.
Our 286 8080Z Tandy processors, you know, that our 80-year-old IT workers work on. We can't keep up with it. Zip it onto some 5 1/4 floppies for you.
Yeah, when I had the flower shop, I remember I got a Pentium 133 MMX because that was for like video, and I was playing around with video and back in 97 or something like that. That was the top of the line. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, but see, eBay came out in the early 90s, so there's 80s.
Yeah, no, they were before that.
Radio Shack, Tandy.
Yes. They're like, hey, that's not a floppy drive. Stop it.
Yeah, and the IT guys from eBay, a flash drive, and they're like, what's this? I got one there right here. They're like, cool. Ooh.
Yeah, so right now I'm just throwing stuff against the wall. I feel
you
like
are.
I'm just like, wow. And I'm going to go through all the inventory I have and do that. But I'm trying to think, this is 2026 is going to be lists like a freaking maniac. I got 10,000 listings, solid listings, regular listings. And then I got the 50,000 free listings, which would be comic books and collectibles and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to just fill it up. But my concern is you're looking to upgrade your store. And when you go in there and look at the stores, they don't talk about the 10,000 free anymore or the 50,000 free. So I don't know if you don't realize that until you get into it, or if it's something that you don't have anymore. And I reached out to Mike and asked him, because I know he just upgraded his store to the same size I am. And I said, you get 50,000 free ones? He's like, I have no idea. I don't list that crap. I'm like, all right. He just uses his 10,000.
He's got to list that junk, that crap you're trying to peddle there, man.
I listen to stuff for $8. I was listening to, he was on a Nashville Flipper, did a pick or pass. What do they call it? They don't call it pick or pass. They did something like we do. But where they just find something that's sold, and they ask a panel of people, would you flip or skip, or I don't know what his nomenclature is, but Mike was on that when I was watching it, and they were like, yeah, if it's everything that they were going to flip was like $100 or more, and the one guy goes, yeah, I'd flip that for $50, and he's like, you'd flip something for $50? I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? I got $6.95. Yeah, so maybe we're doing this wrong. Maybe we need to start looking at. They were all the people on the.
See, and that's a different philosophy. And you and I have talked about that philosophy before. I really don't think so. I think if you're going to maximize your money, folks, and this is just me, if you're going to make the most money you can make, I think you need items within what eBay says sells the most of. Now, you can go and you can look up, and eBay will tell you what categories sell the most, but they'll also tell you that their number one, the range that sells the most on eBay, is between $15 to $20. So I think that's items you need that sell between $15 to $20. If you get some higher dollar items, which I have some, Ben's has some, that's great, throw them in there.
Yeah.
But I've got items on there that are worth more than that have been on there for years.
Yeah.
And I've got items that... And the thing about those items is because, number one, they're more money, so it's harder for people to buy them. Number two, they're usually some form of collectible or something that is actually worth money. And so you're looking for a niche person. So they do great. I know exactly who you're talking about, and they do a wonderful job. And, yeah, they make money. But
yeah,
I think Ben's with $10,000 $20 items would outrun them with $1,000 $50 items.
Who knows? All I know is what I'm going to do is go through everything I have this year, list everything I possibly can, and then I do think going forward that is the smarter move if you can find enough things that. But if I get the base of 10,000 items that are cheap, then I don't need to be listed. When I replace them, I'm going to try to replace them with. I'm not saying $100. I'm saying if I can replace them with $30 items, then I think in the long run you'd be better off. But.
I can see that. The thing I'm looking at is, okay, so $30 items. How many $30 items can you buy for 10 cents?
None.
And that's what I'm, folks, is you're going to find less $30 items than you do $5 items.
And that's my plan, is to take all my 10-cent items and sell them for $10, and then take my $10 and buy the $30 item. So that's the plan.
Problem is $30 items are not 30 cents.
No,
$30 items can be 10 cents, but $30 items usually are $5 to $6.
But if I take the 10 cents and turn it into $10 and I spend that $10, it really only cost me 10 cents. It's Jeff math, baby. What's your investment? Your investment was a dime. You turned it into $10. You spent $10 on something.
I need to be your stockbroker. You need to let me be your stockbroker. Let me manage your 401k. I need to do that.
Yeah.
I need to do that, because if that's how you think, I am there, baby.
Joe, how you got a new truck? Man, your background looks really nice.
Yeah.
My 401k is looking crappy, man. You need to spend less time on eBay.
That's like an old joke. If you buy a goat, if a man buys a goat for $10, sells it for $20, buys it back for $15, it ends up, how much money has he made? And the real answer, I can't remember, but the real answer is like nothing. He's made like nothing. Because by the time it's sold so many times and bought it back so many times, it depletes. So my thing is, and it is a great philosophy, but every time I've tried to do it, and I need to get better at it, I agree with what Ben is saying. If you can buy an item for 10 cents, flip it for 10, take the $10, take 6 out of it, and buy a $30 item, great. But what's happening is, and what I mean by that is, as you increase what you're selling dollar-wise, and its purchase to your price to purchase increases, you have to be mindful of that value spread.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying here, folks, and pay attention. If you buy something for $10, if you buy something for 10 cents and you sell it for 10, you buy something for 10 cents and sell it for $1.
Yeah.
You're 100 times. 10 times. No, 10 times. Then $10 is
$100.
100 times your money. Buy something for 10 and sell it for 30. For $10 and sell it for 30, your value.
And that's the thing. You're going to buy it for 10, sell it for 30. It's going to cost you 50% of that 30 to sell it. So now you're really only making $5 on your $10. You're really not doing very much.
And that's what I'm saying is, as I've noticed that items that I bought. Now, I've gotten lucky on a couple things. One watch in particular I got really lucky on. They didn't know what they had. I bought it in a lot, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I started looking at it, and I honed in on it. This was after it got shipped to me, and I was like, wait a minute. And so I did a little more research on it, and I was like, holy moly. And I ended up selling it, I think, in the lot, I think it lotted out that I paid like $1.10 for it, and I ended up selling it for $500 on eBay. Now, I could have probably sold it for more than that, easy, if I had taken it to a gold scrapper.
Yeah.
But they wanted to tear it completely apart and weigh the gold. I didn't want to tear it apart. It broke my heart to tear apart that watch. So, I don't know. The person that bought it might have done it, but it don't break my heart because I don't know. But the big thing is you got to watch, as you get into more expensive items, you got to watch how much am I paying for it. And it really goes for any item. I don't care if it's $1 item, $5 item, $10 item.
Yeah, I'm still going to look for, I still want to be 10 times my money, right? So that's all, or at least 5 times my money on a higher dollar item. So I still go to the websites and look at all kinds of stuff. I'm like, but I'm going to stop saying I'm going to turn a dollar into a dime or a dime into a dollar, right? Because 10 times your money on that, really anymore. The problem is, too, the shipping. Just in the limited time I've been doing eBay, you used to be able to ship a 4-ounce package for $4, and now it's $5.15. That's in 4 years, right?
And the sad part is, now wait a minute, let's back up a step there on that. Because that was shipping priority, and...
No, that was always shipping.
That wasn't UPS Ground Advantage because they just...
No, it was first class mail. Before.
They came out with Ground Advantage as I came on board. In fact, I started with priority, and then within 3 months, Ground Advantage took over everything. That's why I had boxes stuck up to here with priority on
But they had first class mail, right? Which was packages, which turned into Ground Advantage. So you used to be able to send packages first class mail, which they got rid of. And now you can only send letters and stuff like that. But just think about this. When I started I was selling jeans, and it was more expensive to ship them first class mail than to use the priority bubble mailer bag that was a flat rate. That flat rate at the time was like $7. That flat rate now is like $9.75 for us. Mm-hmm. So that has gone.
Shipping's gone up all the way around.
Everything's gone up, though. Everything in the world has gone up.
Yeah, ground advantage.
And everything's going up. And the 15th, the Christmas goes away, and then they're doing the increase for the year. So it happens every year. Like they go up for Christmas,
and then they just stay there.
It goes away. But it used to go up for Christmas, and then it would come back down for 2 or 3 weeks and then go back up. The day it comes down, the day it goes up. So really, we just lose every bit of anything. And don't forget, January 13th, the best day of the year, this year, is not. Why is it not a great day this year?
I don't know. I was going to go back and say, he needs to stop selling 10 times a dime turning into $1. He needs to sell $1 turning into $10. But anyway, I have no idea what January 13th is. I don't keep up with any of that stuff.
It's my freaking birthday, man. No.
Is it really?
It is my birthday. It is my birthday, but that's not what I'm talking about. January 13th is when eBay institutes its new everything. Yeah, that's fine. I bet
he don't want my birthday either.
I don't. We're been friends for 30 years, and it doesn't matter. You'll tell me 2 days before it's your birthday, hey man, happy birthday. I don't give a shit. We're not.
Isn't that great?
We're not girls.
We don't get mad at each other.
No, Joe can get me nothing. Now, when this podcast takes off and we're making millions of dollars, we're going to buy better presents for each other than we do our wives. That's the plan.
Oh, that might get us in trouble.
We're making the money from the podcast, honey.
That would definitely get you in trouble.
Oh, hell yeah, it would get me in trouble. I'm just joking. Honey, I'm always going to buy you the best. But
my wife showed me something the other day that said I've had custody of her. It said something on Facebook, had custody of someone for so long. She's like, yeah, you've had custody of me since I was 19, so if I'm spoiled, it's your fault. I guess it's my fault because she is spoiled rotten.
Yeah, my wife came to me spoiled. I knew that going in. Second wife. You're like, okay, well, I can deal with that.
Can't return her either.
No, her daddy won't take her back.
Anyway, back to
January 13th is when what's the thing where you promotions is when it changes. That if you sell something and anybody clicked on it in the freaking world, it is now selling as a promoted item.
Just go ahead and count it as it's going to be promoted, folks.
It's going to be promoted. I always did that anyway, so it's not a big thing for me. But I do believe that if someone sends you lowball offer on something or this, that, and then all of a sudden it sells. So I do believe when someone clicks on it, even if they click on it just as a promoted, it definitely wakes it up, I think, in the algorithm. So I think they're justified to a point to say, hey, you know what? The way it works.
Send an offer.
There you go. I can't send offers because I'm on vacation. I got 11.
11.
I could send, but I'm like, I can't send them until unless I decide to go home this weekend, which I probably won't. It depends on whether I find out I'm leaving and I got to take a load back. I got so much stuff here. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, I can put it in my car. No, I should have brought my wife's SUV. There's no way this is all fitting in one car load. All right, that's me. I don't know why I brought that up. Hey, I need a haircut. I need a beard trim. Look at this shit, man.
If they tell you, yeah, I need one. I need a beard trim too and shape up the size. But anyway, if they tell you to do it, man, just go ahead and get you a U-Haul and a car dolly behind it. Put your car on a car dolly, load everything up, and go home. I would. If they called me tomorrow and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and move you home.
Yeah, my assistant manager is being interviewed tomorrow at 3:30 for the job. He used to be the manager, which when he stepped back when I came, I think he's ready to do the job, so they should just give it to him. But then we need to find an assistant manager to replace him, and there's really nobody in the building at this point who's ready to be an assistant manager. So I'm not sure if they're going to hold me up for that or not. I told my old boss, my current boss, who won't be my boss anymore, that I owe rent on the 20th. So if I'm still here on the 20th, somebody owes me $1,500. So we'll see if that works.
Anyway, getting off of eBay, folks, we all want Ben to get home because we need to get him back to his.
When I get home, I'm going full I'm going full bore.
Dude,
2 weeks to clean up.
Folks, you realize he's doing 400 listings at a time now. Can you imagine what full bore would be for this guy?
So, I have 800 of the listings. I had almost 5,000 listings at one time. 1,000 of them are cards. I'm not going to do cards again, so it takes me back to about 4,000. Of that, 800 are listed. The rest are just sitting there in the boxes. I just need to go through and take a picture of them, and then boom, relist them. So I think I can get those are real items, not comic books, where I can do 2,000 in a month.
So tell us why you've decided not to go with cards again. 'Cause you were big on the baseball, football, Pokemon,
I'm not totally against
cards there for a while. Tell us.
I replaced cards with comic books because they sell
make more money. They sell for more money.
They sell for more money. I'm trying to get away from dollar cards. I've got $100,000 cards I bought which I need to go through them but the amount of time it takes you to go through 5,000 cards, and I don't know anything about cards particularly. You got to scan them all. Oh, these are worth this. These are worth, and sort them all out. And I had trouble with that eBay envelope where you send it and the tracking's wonky on it. And everybody that uses it will say that. That's not just Jeff. It was real wonky in the beginning for me because I was putting them into a bubble mailer and sending them, which I found out later, once I read this stuff, you need to put them just in a regular envelope, otherwise they're too thick. So I think a lot of them just didn't make it because I overpackaged them and they were too wide to go through the machine, so they got kicked out. But once I went to the letters, regular envelopes, like a number 10 envelope, a little bit of tape.
So the card can get folded up by the machine or creased on the corner, or
no, you put it into a
hard plastic
top loader.
sleeve.
Yeah, so it's going to make it through that. But they got to be able to mechanically do them. If you put them in something thicker, it's just going to get it's ending up in the trash. But even when I did that, I still ended up with a percentage of them that didn't show up. Also, I was using this AI lister, Card Dealer Pro. I don't know a lot about cards, so I might have listed some as this, and they were that. Those people would just buy them just so they can say, hey, you didn't sell me the right thing. I'm like, what? That's the picture of the thing that you bought. But then I had a few people, I think, buying them knowing that I can get that card and then I can get it for free because it's wrong. So and you make 72 cents on a card. If you want to build up your sales, it's a good way to go, right? It's super cheap to get into. I got 100,000 cards for $100. So if you want, the card thing, I think low-end cheap cards, if you have a child, you want to teach them how to do business and run eBay, and they can spend a much time scanning cards, where if they make $500 a month, it'd be like, woo! Then
did you realize to actually make a living on 72 cents a card, you're going to have to sell 10,000 of them a month?
No, you don't need to send that. That would be $7,200 a month.
It's making a decent living, yeah.
That's true. You're right. But
just saying, how much is a living these days?
Yeah,
people watch this are probably like, "Oh, I live on that less," and that's great.
Yeah, I think if you made $3,000 a month, you would be all right.
If I still lived where I used to live, I could live off of $4,000 a month total. Period. Questions asked, and live well.
But I do have a bunch of. I have non-sports cards, which they're worth a little more. I probably will get back into cards with those. I've got 5,000. I got 10,000 of those. Play with it a little bit again. I do. It's very simple. You put them in the top loader. You tape them. Put them in. They're easy to ship. But if you're making 72 cents, it's just not worth your time. Will I do cards? Yes, but I will do higher dollar cards. I want to get. I have a bunch of stuff that's in that sell for $10 to $15. I've got 100,000 items, so that's $150,000 worth of stuff I can sell. I need to get rid of that, and then take that $150 and turn it into $50 items, and then turn that into,
Tell him again, Mike.
I agree.
Tell him again, Mike. These things are a waste of your time. Tell him again.
I sold Brewster's Millions, sealed copy DVD, I got like $10 for that.
Yeah,
I paid 10 cents for that.
DVD.
Yeah.
So.
I relisted on my VHS. They said the VHS market's coming back. Haven't sold very many VHSs. Sold a bunch of Funko Pops, but it was everything that sold was all the Stranger Thing ones because that re-hit.
Mm-hmm. The Funko Pops, what I'm noticing about the Funko Pops now are, how do I say this? They seem to be developing into a following.
Oh, they already had a following.
Well, no, they had a bunch of fanatics. There's a difference between fans and collectors. Pops had a bunch of fans. Now what we're starting to see is it has been around long enough. It's been through its slump. And now what you're starting to see is the collectors, the actual guys who really enjoy Funko Pops, guys and gals who really enjoy them. And they're like, okay, I've got this set. Maybe they get Star Wars, Revenge of the Klingons. I don't know, whatever.
Sith. Revenge of the Sith.
That's Star Trek, isn't it? Klingon. Yeah.
Yeah, Klingon, Star Trek.
Don't shoot me, guys.
Yes.
I enjoy the movies, but I'm not a fanatic.
This one's Galaxy Quest, anyways, with Tim Allen.
What?
That's a knockoff.
I like Spaceballs.
That's a good.
Anyway.
Spaceballs. Spaceballs is good. They're making They're making a new Spaceballs.
That'd be awesome.
And
as long as
what's the old guy who wrote that? Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks. They have shot all of Mel Brooks's parts for the movie already, because if he dies, they'll be able to put him in it. But they are in the middle of producing it. I don't think they've started shooting it, but they went ahead and shot all his parts, because if he dies, he'll still be in that movie.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. There are collectors now who they look for particular things. Like, okay, so like my daughter, she likes Funko Pops, but she only wants Harry Potter Funko Pops. And right now she's on the, I forget what it's called, because they produce 4 or 5 different Harry Potter. They produce something to go all that. And so she's looking for particular ones right now. So there's where Funko Pops have gone now. So if you've got that particular one, hey folks, if you're looking for a particular woman, Catwoman, whatever it is that I may have, I'll make you a real good deal on it. I promise.
It's Wonder Woman. You have one. It's a Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. You want
Wonder Woman? Batwoman. Don't show the hell up. But I see what you're saying. You're saying that Funko Pops isn't people buying for them being Funko Pops. It's, hey, I collect Wonder Woman. There's a Wonder Woman Funko Pop. I'll buy that to go with it.
Or like my son, he is big into Star Wars. I don't know what happened there, but he's even building all the Lego stuff for Star Wars and putting them in his little
nerd.
Yeah. Yeah. He's putting them in his little. What does he want for Christmas? It was a lit display case for his Lego Star Wars figure stuff.
So with a light in it, or the lit, like cool, like it was lit. Isn't that what the kids are saying?
No, he wanted the lights in it. The different LED colored lights in it, so it would shine on it, make it like for the Darth Vader one. He wanted it to have the purple and the blue, so he could change it between the two depending on. I'm like, that's too nerdily weird for me, but hey, awesome.
The boys are coming, make it blue. The girls are coming, make it red.
I don't know. Anyway, so but he wants those Funko Pops too. So yeah, if you're already into collecting certain things, or like I said, the other collector of Funko Pops who's wanting whole sets, so they're collecting whole sets of stuff. So it's really, there's where Funko Pops are at now. And so you may do well on those. VHS, yes, are down. DVDs have picked up, although I haven't sold mine. Mine must not be worth anything, but they may not be. I don't know. I'm just going to try to, I've decided that I am going to do I don't know. I was planning on doing a cheap store, but then you do a cheap store and people don't buy it.
That's the thing. I'm trying to figure that out. So I did all those comic books, and now I've done buy 2, get 2 free coupon. See if that works.
It might.
So there's $6.95. Buy 4 of them, you're at $13. I got 10 cents in them. The other thing that really pissed me off is I've sold like 30 comic books, and then I went to go. I'm like, I bought 2 different packagings. One was 100 of these boxes, and one was 100 of these envelopes. Envelopes are shit. So I'm sending those back. And then, I don't know, I'm worried about getting too many sales. So I was like, I went to go rebuy another package of that. Because that was 59 cents, including a bubble bag and the corrugate. Really good deal, 59 cents. Yeah, they don't have that anymore on Amazon. That packaging doesn't exist. That same company now does a 30-pack where they end up being like 90 cents a piece. I'm like, so then I started looking at, now you can, I'm trying to figure out, I've got crap tons of poly bags that I got, lots of them. So, and I have 2 pieces of corrugate, that 9 by 12. You can buy 400 of them, and they end up being like 30 cents a piece, so that's 60 cents. And then I can just tape the edges and put it in the poly bag. I'm trying to find the cheapest way to ship this, but I still want to send it in a way that I get like this week's.
What are you shipping? I missed it.
I've got 3,000 comic books I need to be able to ship in case they all sell next week.
I would think comic books, the easiest way to ship comic books would be to buy the little comic book cardboard boxes.
That's the ones that I got that were like 59 cents a piece with the cardboard. But now, like the actual good comic book, like they're like $1.19 for the box. So if I was selling $20 comic books, I'd pay $1.19 a box. But I'm trying to figure out how to do this for 50 cents. So that way it doesn't eat any
I don't know if you can do that or not. You might have to look for some other boxes or whatever that...
I'm thinking 2 12 by 9 pieces of corrugate, put it in between it, tape the edges, slide it in a poly bag, which I have, I don't know, like 10,000 poly bags.
Yeah,
because the corrugate on those boxes is no better than that.
That's true.
So it's the same thing. It's just boom into a poly bag instead of shipping it in the box.
It's true. That is true.
That's the thing you need to think about too. If you're going to go ape shit crazy like I did on trying to sell a bunch of comic books, you got to make sure, not that they're all going to sell real fast, but you need to have a good plan on how to ship it. Or if you're going to sell Indians from cigar stores that are 6 feet tall, understand your shipping plan before you list it. Wow. I don't know how many times people list things and go, oh, I'll figure out how to ship it when I get there. And then you get there, and now you said, I'm going to ship in 2 days, and you don't have the box for it. You can't get the box in 2 days. Or you're out behind the freaking Publix or Ralph's or whatever's in your area, digging through their garbage boxes trying to find something you can stick it in. I always like to have that. I got plenty of packing materials and tape, and I'm ready to go. Just in case I get that run where you sell 4,000 things in a week. Although that's like half the garage of packing materials.
You're out behind the what? Trying to find what?
Yeah, you're out behind the grocery store trying to find a box.
Just so you can
throwing the heads of lettuces out of the way. It's just horrible. You ever been to one of the... that's the thing. People are like, oh, just do dumpster diving. How many people die of sepsis because they dumped into a septic?
I have never been dumpster diving.
I do miss living in Virginia, like where Kevin lives. Like, you go to their... nobody has trash pickup, so you got to go to the dump. But there's a whole corrugated, like, whole thing for recyclables. Get a lot of good boxes there for free.
Say where we're at, they don't let you dig through it. They'll charge you if you even get close to it. Anyway, happened to me. Didn't have a box. Ended up costing me. That's how I lost money on that one painting.
Exactly.
And I would agree with you, except to say that you don't always have to be super planned out like he is, as long as you have a plan and you've priced your plan.
As long as you know what it is. And you know what? So all the boxes that I run across, I cut them into slots. So what I was doing for comic books was taking a piece of corrugate and then just wrapping it around it, taping the end, and putting it into a poly bag. And everybody seemed to be good with that. But that takes time. Cutting it and all this, that, and the other. So I'm like, okay, if I get these... So then, actually, it's cheaper to buy a 12 by 12 piece of corrugate than a 12 by 9 piece of corrugate on Amazon. Because a 12 by 12 is you put 2 of them together and you ship an album.
Let me give you a hint, folks. That he doesn't apparently
just have a plan.
That he doesn't apparently have. Go to your local hangout spot, whether it be community center, church, school PTA, wherever. Ask the dudes there, be like, does your wife buy a lot of crap on Amazon? Yeah. Would you mind if I come by and pick up your boxes? They'll probably be like, sure. You can have all the Amazon boxes you want. You can cut your little 12 by 12 zippies out of them, or you can whatever.
Exactly,
you want
but
to.
you know what? That sounds wonderful, and I have 3 huge boxes full of boxes that I've collected from other people for larger stuff, and the smaller stuff like the 8 by 6 by 4, the 10 by 3 by 10s, like everything. I have 10 different box sizes I keep in that most stuff can fit in. But yes, cutting that stuff out of those boxes makes sense, but not at scale. The amount of time that you're going to spend cutting 2 9 by 12 pieces of corrugate, how much time is it going to take you?
It don't take me long at all. I take this. It's called a T-square, folks. I can zit with a razor knife. It's done. You're talking about cutting a 12 by this. This is all the way down to 16 from up here. So 2 from 16, so 14. So this is 14 inches all the way down. Then you got across here. So you cut it. You make 2 cuts with one hit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then but the point is, it costs you 40 cents to just have them pre-cut, or 30 cents a piece. So it costs you 60 cents.
I'm like, what's an extra 15 seconds?
But it's not 15 seconds.
It is for me, I guarantee you.
You know what? If you had 100 of them to do, it wouldn't be 15 seconds. You'd be like, oh, looking for boxes, and
if you're
whatever.
selling so many, okay, so yeah, I get it. You can do it one of 2 ways. If you're selling so many that you're having to package like 40, 50, 100 every day, then
but
either
just in case.
buy them pre-made or get you one of them old big swing arm things from a school auction. And
I got 3 of them in my garage. I got 3 of them in my garage, man. I use them all the goddamn time. Great. I got 2 big wooden ones with the metal arms, and I got a little bitty one that's plastic.
Oh, them big old wooden ones. They didn't have no guards.
I don't have no room. They're stacked on top of each other because I can't use them right now. But I also have 2 staple guns to make boxes. I got all the crap to do it. I just don't have the time or the space. It's a whole lot of thinking.
There you go, folks. You can make money by making boxes for bins.
There you go.
Not for this guy, because I'm cheap. I will not.
I think, though, you know what? If you have a nice clean piece of corrugate, 2 pieces, you have another one that's got...
Hear that, folks? You have a nice
acne.
A nice clean piece of corrugate.
It's a better presentation than having a PetSmart box and a Walmart box that you've cut up and put together.
Turn them on the inside, it don't matter.
They're gonna see that. Oh,
who cares?
It's not a pet-free home now. They're using PetSmart boxes.
The sad part is, guess what, folks? They're not leaving you feedback anymore unless it's negative.
We haven't talked. I think having
feedback of the week. Have you gotten any feedback for the week?
I did. I got some good feedback.
I haven't gotten any because, of course, I haven't sold any. I've gone up. I'm at 131, but that's because I'm getting free. Because I quit asking, folks. That's how I got my neutrals. I don't ask anymore. Sorry, Mike. I don't ask anymore.
January 3rd, I got is my latest feedback, and it arrived quickly and in very safe packaging. Now, if I had sent some crap like you're talking about, the one before that's January 2nd, and it's A+.
Warning! He sent it in a PetSmart box.
You know what? I collect VHS tapes, right? So I buy them all. There's certain ones that I want. I buy them, and then sometimes they'll just take that thing and slap it into a paper bubble mailer and ship it to you. A sealed VHS. It's what? They didn't take any care. But you know what? It arrived fine. But I'm just saying, it's just not as exciting as that
is exciting.
I think, though, if you take time to package it and there's something wrong with it, I think they'll be less likely to ding you if they know that you tried.
Maybe on packaging, maybe on something crushed. But according to Ben's, you should wrap them like a Christmas present, tie a bow on around them, and wish them the best of luck. Slip it in.
No, I put it in a poly bag, wipe your ass on it, and throw it into the mail.
Say that.
I'm not saying that you're saying. I'm just saying, do your best. Just not give a shite.
I've not had any complaints about my packaging. Most people that have commented on my packaging said it's very nice. But I will make a box. I'm not above making a box. I'm not above cutting the cardboard to fit. Now, I will be honest. I will take, hang on, let me see this right here. So I will take this here. I don't know if you can see it. These are disc carts. But where you can't really see the line, but there's a line there.
Yeah, it's a little piece of foam.
So it's 2 pieces of foam glued together. I will take it and take my scissors and start it at a corner and then rip it apart. So that I've got 2 thinner pieces. Because I need it. I need it thinner to go on my pocket watches. I need it thinner to go around my pocket watches. I don't know why you say I'm so cheap. Good Lord.
You're frugal. Frugal deals.
Frugal deals, that's right.
What it comes down to.
When you get a pocket watch from me, you get it in one of these, which is pretty cool, and a little bag. It comes in a little clear bag inside it. Inside this
so you're like, oh yeah, just grab the box from the freaking dumpster and cut it up. No, you don't do that.
Depends on what it is.
Talking out of both sides of your mouth there, buddy.
Depends on what it is. Now, the pocket watches, I do. But now I will put these in there cut apart. They look ragged, but I put them in there, one on each side, one top and bottom, and fold the box around it. Now, I don't show the jagged edge. I put the jagged edge so that it's not showing.
You should get your bandsaw.
Bandsaw will probably melt that, but that's a good idea. I got some really thick foam up there that I need to be.
Watch your fingers. We don't need you.
I always get cut.
Hi, this is Joel.
Makes it hard to package now.
I have to pack it with my teeth, but I saved 8 cents.
I don't know if this is going to make it into the video or not, folks. Anyway.
It is, because I've heard from a few people that listen that, hey, you haven't had just a good old cut-up one in a while. You've been too very specific. You're like, yeah, like we're real resellers. Let's just have a good time.
He's wearing a shoebox in this like place. We're real resellers. Look at his hat. Look at that hat, folks. Look at that. What? See?
CJ Ben's fun. It's defunct.
It's defunct.
That's my
I was going to say it's not defunct. But anyway, here's the thing. So I don't even remember where we was at.
So
we did your feedback.
Yes.
Correct on the way I packaged stuff because I ain't had nothing broke yet. Of course, that would be fair. The only thing you've had broke, I think, that person.
That damn freaking
just
that thing. You. And you can go back and watch us sipping and shipping. I packed the crap out of that. I cut a special box, wrapped him in bubble wrap, and a forklift ran over that damn sheep herder's head and busted it up. That was a $200 item that I got nothing for.
Oh yeah, folks, and that's the other thing. USPS. Now, I don't know about UPS, but USPS.
I should have sent it UPS.
You can walk in there with your receipt and prove that it is beat utter oblivion. They do not care. That insurance ain't worth a crap. I heard a guy in there the other day. Is another eBay reseller in the area. Don't know him. But they were arguing, like, and the guy behind the counter goes, I don't know what to tell you. Here's the phone number to call them. I done called them.
Yeah.
They said to come in here and show you. He's like, you can show me all you want, but I don't handle that. So it just
reminds me, when I was living in California, my youngest son, Daniel, he wanted an airplane for Christmas, a remote control airplane. And I spent like $300 on a remote control airplane. I sent it UPS through the UPS store next to the bar I used to go to. That's not relevant, but I sent it through there. I didn't before I was selling, so I didn't know you can get cheaper stuff.
Time.
I probably was, but I sent it through there. Actually, I had them package it because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have them package it because I didn't have the box. And I let them package it. It got to him, damaged, broke all the shit. And I'm like, man. And then he called me, so I called UPS. We went through the whole thing. I got my money back. And it came back to that UPS store, and I went in there and it looks like this was damaged after delivery. And I'm like, what are you talking about? My son said he opened it up and it was broken. And then we went back and forth, and then she wasn't going to give me the thing. So then, at the time, I was running a big facility that shipped, 22,000 packages a day, and most of them with UPS. So I called my rep. I'm like, hey, this lady's giving me shit. He went back, he got my money. And I got all my money back for the thing. I got my money back for the package, and I got a $50 gift card.
See, you shouldn't have had to go through that. Most of us don't like that. You know. I will say this. I know guys.
So fast forward 8 years, and then my son's at my house in Florida. I'm like, man, sorry about that plane thing. He's like, nah, he said, Dad, I broke that shit. He got it. He got it. Was flying it, flew it into a fucking tree, shoved it back into the box, and told me he was broke when he got it. He lied.
Oh my God.
The lady's, there's grass and shit in here. I'm like, I don't care. But it's what he did. He flew it into a tree that he was telling me up.
He should run for president.
Yeah.
Well, he should run for politics. Anyway.
I don't think he can even vote at this point. He's in trouble. So.
Anyway, so what I was going to say, folks, was USPS. I've never heard a good experience. Now, UPS, I have heard of some good experience with them. FedEx, if you really, if the buyer, if you want to have to give the money back, but you just want to give the buyer some problems, ship at FedEx. And FedEx, if you're listening, you can kiss more. I can't.
Right now, FedEx. Right now, if you're shipping stuff, if you I think FedEx is just as good as the rest of them. I know you don't like them. You got some problem with them. Something about, I don't know, they touch you inappropriately with your uncle work for FedEx. I'm not sure what it is. There's definitely something underlying there with FedEx that I don't want to talk about here on the podcast. We'll do a different podcast of our horrible life. But right now, FedEx has really good prices. But I don't use FedEx.
Wrong by a FedEx worker. I won't say that.
Let me see your package, boy. What the hell, man? Get away from me. But right now, on eBay, they have the best prices on the FedEx.
Because
like
they're losing
not
ground.
The home, but the other one.
I'm going to tell you something. I've got a lot of friends who work for a facility up the street. Literally, it's a major distribution facility for FedEx. And they show me pictures all the time and little videos of the loading dock people. They don't care. They will stomp your... They showed me one time, this guy. He was not... You could tell he wasn't feeling good. Right? So he's at work. He's sick. Hilarious video. He drops a package, and you hear it go... Ching! You're like, oh, and you hear him cuss. And he picks it up, and he shakes it, and he cusses again. So he just throws it down the ground, which you hear even more, and then it just jumps up and down. I mean, he's like, up and down on it, and it takes it over and throws it in the garbage. And the sad part is I have seen videos of FedEx workers doing that from my buddies and they're like, these guys are nuts. We don't mess with them. Like, they don't work on a load dock. They're like, they're like, these guys are nuts. Like, these guys, like, are a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, we're afraid to even associate with them. So, I'm sorry, but yes, I've had some things in the past where a FedEx, it was like, take forever. I had one company I worked with. They would only accept stuff FedEx, and it would take forever to get paperwork delivered. And so I was just like, never again. UPS. USPS, I have not had any problems with them, so to speak, yet. I've had a couple packages not get delivered. I just did a refund and went on.
Yeah, and it happens. I mean, it happens with all of them.
I think that happens with all of them.
I think they're all comparable. I don't think, other than your neck of the woods where there's some very frustrated FedEx workers, but I think for the most part, they're good people. There's a reseller that he does that.
Just for the record, I think all you guys that work at FedEx Greensboro and in the loading docks are absolutely great people.
Exactly. Don't stab me in the eye. They do pay, like FedEx pays significantly less for their drivers than UPS. I know that. I know a guy who's a FedEx driver, and he complains about it all the time because he's only making, I don't know, X dollars. And if he was working at UPS, he'd be making X dollars.
I can tell you, the FedEx drivers, the ones that make the money there, from what the guys tell me, are the guys who do the airport loop. And the reason they tend to make the money here is because they pick up their stuff, they drive their tractor out so they pick up a load to take to the airport, to the terminal at the airport. They drop it off the terminal at the airport. They pick up a load coming back. So they got paid for 2 loads there. And they're getting paid mileage. Whereas
that makes sense. Anytime you take 2 loads, it's going to cost more than 1 load.
Anyway, and they do that all day long, back and forth. Whereas the guys who are...
So in reality, they're taking like 6-8 loads a day.
They're taking a lot of loads. They're taking as many loads. They're holding as many loads as they can. Anyway.
So basically, they're like a whore. They just take as many loads as they can.
So while you would think they're not making much on mileage pay, 'cause it's not so many miles, but going back and forth 4 to 5, 6 times a day, they're racking up that mileage. So, you're a sick puppy.
Racking up that mileage. Rode hard and put up wet. That's what hops in my mind.
So, anyway, but they make the most money. Now, the UPS, from what I understand, the reason a lot of my friends don't work for UPS is because the guys who make the money there are the brown truck drivers, not the tractor drivers, but the actual delivery drivers in the brown, like, not van. They call them vans, but they're not really vans. They're kind of like half trucks.
Yeah, like a box truck.
Yeah, they're the ones who everybody says makes the money there. Yeah.
One thing that came out, I saw an article about eBay that eBay introduces credit note tax documents for sellers. So they're going to change the way if you get a credit or if you have a return, they're going to start noting that differently, make it more clear and more transparent. So if you get a lot of returns, like if you're on the reseller leftovers, they have a whole section about returns. So they'll be able to actually do a better deal this year when they do their taxes in 2026.
I've only ever had one return.
I know. It just seems like I know.
I don't understand all this. We have 40, and it's not just those guys. There's a lot of guys that you go see, and they're like, returns. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you misrepresenting?
How are you selling stuff on eBay so that when they get it, go, no, this really wasn't what I wanted? I mean, I don't
understand it either.
I can see because it does, but not so often that it's... I mean, I've literally... And I'm talking about the guys on the locker room. I'm talking about literally... I've watched several and listened to several podcasts where these people are like, I sell 30 items a week and I get probably 10 to 15 back. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, there's got to be something wrong.
To me, it must be not taking good pictures.
I told you, take good pictures. You don't have to worry about it.
But now another
me and my wife don't work out. I'm going to find me one of those websites, make sure the pictures are good before I import a new wife. I'm going to get one. I'm going to do a mail order bride if this doesn't work. That's my plan.
I'm not.
I'm gonna lock all the fish can't eat stuff like that.
You don't want me? I'm done.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was a joke. If I ever end up single, I'm just gonna stay single the rest of my life.
I don't know that I will. I like that one guy that I saw on TikTok's idea, where two straight dudes get married, just so they can share stuff like health insurance.
Cheaper for the taxes.
Yeah, cheaper for all that, but really it's just two straight dudes living it up, watching football and drinking beer.
Hey, two fine American men. We're going to go out and pick up ladies and bring them back to the hut.
We're about to the cutoff point. That may be a good thing, folks. This is headed down. He's a comedian. Oh, it's great. Some of the stuff, I'm like, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there. I can feel your pain. Yeah. I had to figure out his name so we can tag him in.
I don't think we accomplished much this evening, but, it was a damn good time.
They know we didn't have a whole lot of sales.
Yes.
They know that AI is working out really well for us as far as listing. Yep. So our listeners know that. They know about Tree Cat. Mm-hmm. Mike knows to tell you to stop selling junk.
Exactly. I'll talk to him next time I drive home.
But let's see. No, other than that, we could have cut the short version because I don't have any comments. I don't have any sales a week. You didn't give a sale of the week. You could give one right quick if you want to, and then we'll end it. We'll end this nightmare, this mercy ending for everybody involved. Bless their heart having to set. If you're still here, we apologize. This has just been one of those evenings where we've just had a good time talking to each other rather than worrying about everything. I think we're maybe listing too much. Our brains are just so on listing. You got a sale of the week?
Yeah, January 1st. Hold on. You throw things at me. I'm not Superman here.
We already sound like a married couple. Was that the Odd Couple? Was it? the show The Odd Couple that they remade a few years ago? Who was it?
Sold a Rising Sun belt buckle for $12.45 that I've had listed since I started.
Wow.
$12.45. That's right.
That's a cool belt buckle.
That is a cool belt buckle. I don't know why it took so long. Actually, when I pulled it out, I'm like, man, I've had this since forever. The bag that it was in had a number 6 on it. So apparently I started with 6 of them. So I've sold 6 of them in 3 years. So,
hey.
Can't complain about that.
No. Nope. Bet you gotta source more belt buckles, brother. Just like I gotta source more pocket watches.
Yeah, I was back on one of my... That's what I was doing, like, today. I was like, let me check out this belt buckle company. Oh, they got some good deals. But I'm like, I still have 500 belt buckles that I didn't list yet.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm like, man. I started adding shit to the cart. They had this cool one, which was like a 40, and it said, pour one out for your homies. And it was like a pewter belt buckle. And it was, they were blowing it out. I'm like, But then I realized I had to spend $500 to get free shipping, and I'm like,
no.
I don't need to spend $500 on belt buckles right now. Because they're worth $500 for the belt buckles I would have bought.
Maybe later, once he gets his inventory down, folks.
I need to take everything I have, get it listed, stop spending money. This year, I'm not spending anything. I'm only going to do yard sales. If it ain't a quarter at a yard sale, I'm moving on. I'm not buying anything else online. Although, I spend a lot of time online looking at stuff. I saw these Funko Pops that are in cans. Have you ever seen them? They're like in a soda can.
I've seen them. Don't buy them.
They were a really good deal.
No, they're really good.
Morticia.
Don't buy them.
Morticia, and those sell for $20, man. I'm like, they could have got them for $1 a piece.
We don't need any more. We need to get everything.
I know. If I bring any more stuff home, my wife's going to divorce me.
She's going to kill you. Yeah.
I'm going to have to move you to Florida.
She's going to kill you. That way she can pay off the house in Tampa with
my life insurance.
With your life insurance, and then live the rest of her life. And she'll sell us your stuff for $1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I do pass away, just Christy Benz, find her. She'll have a lot of stuff that you can give you a good deal on.
It worked out.
I think you just froze for a second ago.
It's a cat. All right, folks.
It's time to go.
If you're still here with us, thank you so much for bearing this. We promise to have more information for you next time, but sometimes it's good to just hang out.
Hang out and let it all hang out. I agree. Have a good week. Remember, sell. That's what we do. All right?
Remember, list.
But you can only sell what you list, so sell.
But everything sells eventually.
Exactly. See you, bitches.